there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we are talking Love and Marriage Huntsville. You guys know why you are here. Today we are talking because there are some new developments with Miss Destiny Payton here. She wants the people to know that she was speaking on her arrest. They did some type of interview with a YouTuber, what have you, the other day, and she was speaking on how she got arrested, and basically the SWAT team was at her son's doctor's appointment, and Laberrick was there, and said basically there was an anonymous tip that she was going to be at this doctor's appointment, and basically all these police officers came in and looking for her and had arrested her. And so then I guess she worked out some type of compromise so that she wouldn't be arrested in front of her son, and all of these things or whatever. And then they were mentioning something about people taking pictures as if Destiny was a celebrity, and I'm like, is there paparazzi in Huntsville? Do any of you guys know? Make it make sense. So anyways, the other piece that is controversial and is going to be a controversial topic is Destiny is basically implying and making allegations about DV, about ABUSE, alluding it to it being her ex-husband, Laberrick, but again, not really saying what it is or what actually happened, or just doesn't give context, but just says, hey, I'm a survivor, right? And it's like, okay. And here's the thing. First and foremost, you guys, I take any type of allegations very seriously. I take any type of, whether it's DV, ABUSE, whatever, very seriously, right? And I don't just, assume, everybody's lying, or everybody's not telling the truth, or whatever, or somebody's just trying to get back at somebody or whatever. No. But in a lot of those instances, there is a detailed account of what is taking place, right? There's a detailed account of what happened, what the situation was, what type of abuse occurred, and all of these things, right? So you have context, right? I have zero context of anything Destiny says or does, you guys. And I feel like Destiny and Martell are paralleling so much of each other to the point now they're just piggybacking off of each other's storylines at this point. Martell gets arrested this first half of the season. Carlos King and Dr. Heavenly say last night that they're still filming the show for this season. So I presume that this arrest is going to be on the back end. Maybe it'll be the premiere episode for the second half of the season, like they did the premiere episode for Martell getting arrested for this season. And I just don't care, right, about this arrest, right? But the DV allegations, I'm very concerned about, right? Because I'm looking at it from this perspective, you guys. We've known Destiny for a while. Destiny has, not really told us much about herself for all intents and purposes. We really just knew about this quickie marriage to Laberrick, and, her trying to buy friendships, and, her thing with the beauty supply store, Madani, and trying at the last moment, even though the place was reopening, trying to convince Marceau to build some salon lofts for a business that was going bankrupt anyways, that was going to be closing its doors anyways, and that's all we really had. And then she pivoted once she fell out with Mel, and basically just, turned into like a gossiper with Letitia about all the things that she doesn't like about Mel, right? And we never heard anything of substance anymore about Destiny. And even at that last reunion she was at, Carlos King was trying to pull something from her, and she basically was like, I plead the fifth, I can't talk about this or whatever, or my ex-husband is preventing me from saying X, Y, and Z, right? Fast forward to 2024, before it's even officially confirmed that Destiny is back on the show this season, she filmed the Dear Future Wifey podcast in which she is going in on her ex-husband, Laberrick. And I was like, well, wait a minute, what is this switch up? Because I just thought you said at the reunion you aren't allowed to speak on your ex-husband at all, and that there is a gag order in place, and that you would be in violation if you said anything that pertained to your ex-husband or your marriage or why you guys got a divorce. But now all of a sudden it's open season, and I'm just trying to piece together what is the motive, what is the rationale at this point, right? So these first set of interviews that Destiny is doing is basically setting it up as though, oh, Laberrick is responsible for her being arrested. Laberrick is, just trying to keep her in jail and all of these things. But the rationale, the reason for the arrest was that she allegedly was forging, signatures and, for the light bill and other utilities and other things, right? She was trying to utilize basically Laberrick's name, Laberrick's information to pay these bills that apparently she can't pay. That's what at least my understanding of it is, right? And this current arrest, I guess, is tied to the previous arrest. So I'm not sure if there's been additional instances of fraud that has taken place, but nonetheless, I guess both cases are related in regards to this latest arrest. But the DV allegations, the ABUSE allegations, again with zero context, and then comparing her situation to Cassie and P. Diddy, I was a little bit confused about. She was trying to compare the rationale that people didn't believe Cassie and attack Cassie. Some people didn't, but a lot of people did once they read the details of that lawsuit. Because it was way too detailed, and there were, other celebrities and things that were mentioned of how far Diddy goes to silence people and blowing up people's cars and all these things. So people believed it. There were some people who are the pick-me's who just, didn't want to believe it at all because they like Diddy, they like his music or whatever. And then there were some men who didn't believe it because they were like, oh, they only want to do this to black men, they only want to do this to black celebrities. And now all of a sudden everybody's switching up when the video comes out, right? And nobody is saying at this point that we want anything to happen to Destiny, right? I don't want anything to happen to her. I don't want anything bad to happen to her, right? But for me, here's the thing. You're talking about being a survivor, but you're best friends with somebody who is literally finding multiple ways of DV and ABUSE towards his ex-wife and 4 kids. And you are doing the mute challenge. You would think that if you are a ABUSE victim, regardless if you fell out with Mel or not, you would be sympathetic to what she's going through, right? But instead, you're getting on camera, dragging the millimeters, still having slick stuff to say about her, including throwing shade about this arrest that Martell had, talking about crying I think Martell said she was crying, that he got arrested and felt a certain way that oh, Mel's the issue, Mel did this and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, we're losing the point here. Nobody for 1 second wanted to actually assess what happened, or some of them maybe know what happened, but they don't care, right? Because they don't like Mel, they don't see it for Mel, right? And, and so it's funny that it's Destiny that is going on these platforms now talking about people being hypocrites or people saying that they don't feel sympathy for her or that Destiny is, is getting what she deserves or whatever. But Destiny is the same person who is saying that she knows where all Mel's bodies are buried and alluding to knowing about the Revenge P and all of these things in previous, seasons, right? Really just building up this narrative that she had all this tea, all this damaging and inflammatory information that was going to make Mel look bad, that she obviously was fed to by Martell, and apparently was gonna, go all out, right?
was going to go all out, was going to go all in and really expose her. And my thing is, how can you go this hard for somebody? In your hatred, in your jealousy, in your negativity, and there are severe ABUSE allegations in DV and DV harassment charges and all of these things that Martel just got convicted for in regards to the revenge P, right? And then we still have the ongoing case regarding the custody battle, regarding what isn't happening with these kids, right? And what's in violation, what isn't, and what's been recommended, until the next court date, right? You have all of these detailed accounts, and you are thick as thieves with somebody who is actively doing this to somebody that you at one point in time considered a friend. So my thing is this: how can you be a hypocrite and say, hey, I'm a survivor, I've experienced DV, with no details, with no context, just putting it out there that if I just say this, everybody is going to, believe me and feel sorry for me, and everybody's going to like me again. But you don't give us anything is the problem. You put out things out there. You put out little, innuendos and little sound bites to get the people talking about you, to get the people going. But we're left with wanting more details, wanting more information, because we can't give a proper assessment of what is what. Just like the stuff with the allegations she tried to make in that interview, I believe it was with Dustin a few weeks ago, alleging that Mel and Laberrick had something going on or whatever. And when he pressed her and asked, okay, well, what is it? How do you know that they're involved? And all she could come up with was, they were, I FaceTimed my son, and Mel and her kids were at the restaurant. Well, how does that signify that Mel and Laberrick are involved in some type of relationship? And then furthermore, now the peanut gallery, which I may do on my backup channel to discuss, because I'm just disgusted with it all, they're alleging now that Mel and Laberrick are involved or were involved at one point in time and quote unquote sharing each other's pain and all of the things. And I'm like, why is all this coming out now all of a sudden, right? Because if you felt this strongly, about Mel and all these things that were happening, why are you putting it out here now all of a sudden, right? The same narrative that Martel likes to do. You accuse him of cheating, now I'm going to put out here you're cheating, right? Everybody now has questions about the timeline of Moses, Laberrick, and Destiny, and the entanglement and the marriage and all these things, and when all of this came to be. And now all of a sudden you're alleging an inappropriate relationship with your former friend and ex-husband, right? All because people have speculation on what you're trying to do. And then the innuendos, of course, with you and Martel, right? That's ongoing. So again, there's just so many parallels of Destiny and Martel in terms of just finding ways to try to gain sympathy from the fans. And if you don't, support them or rock with them or believe them or whatever, you're just a Mel supporter or a Mel-meter or whatever. But the bottom line is, how can you consider yourself this good person, this truthful person, and there's been so many lies? There's been so many half-truths. There have been so many false narratives. And like I said, you go hard in the paint for somebody of the likes of Martel, but then you're sitting on this platform saying you're a victim. You're a victim, and you're actively, thick as thieves with somebody who is doing all of these things, tormenting his ex-wife and kids. And you are on the mute challenge because you like Martel. So you don't give a crap what's happening to Mel and the kids. But you're using that same hypocrisy and logic to come for people who don't feel sorry for you, and trying to compare your situation to how people felt about the Cassie and Diddy situation. But yet, you literally in your own life, in your own personal life of people you actually know, of somebody you actually went to school with, that potentially is doing all of these things of ABUSE, right? Already got charged and convicted for the DV harassment text messages. and has to have a year of supervised probation and is not even allowed to be in any type of contact with his ex-wife, you have literally right next to you an example of somebody doing this to somebody else. And it is the mute challenge. You are going to defend Martell to the depth. You don't even care. Right? You don't even have any empathy, even though you're not friends with Mel anymore. You have zero empathy, zero consideration about what she is going through. Even if I'm not friends with you and I don't rock with you and we fell out, I'm not going to wish anything bad on you. I'm not going to wish anything negative to happen to you, right? Because I would never wish anything bad on my worst enemy. I would never want anything bad. I can respectfully say, you know what? We're no longer friends. We no longer get along. I wish you the best in life. But I'm not going to waste my time talking about them or trying to, conjure up all these negative things I want to happen to them. Once it's done, it's done. I've let it go. I've let the friendship go. I don't need to discuss them ever again, right? But this thing that Destiny is doing is really disgusting, if you ask me, because she's basically using her platform to slander her ex-husband now and Melody Cherie Rogers now because things didn't go the way she wanted the last go-around on the show of not revealing anything about her life. And even now in these podcasts, she's telling more information there than she is on the show. On the show, it is millimeters, Moses, like it's the same thing. Melody, Moses, Melody, Moses, Sunny was my friend, blah, 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 and all of this. But yet you go on these podcasts and you have all this tea. I'm a DV survivor. My ex-husband, Laberrick, and Mel got a thing going on. And all this tea, right? All this tea, all this information that is not anywhere on the show. So what am I supposed to go on? What you're saying on these podcasts or what you're saying on the show? Help me help you, because I don't get it, right? And again, not diminishing anybody who is experiencing or have gone through any type of DV or ABUSD. That's not my prerogative, right? But my thing is this. It is giving, I am all out of other options, right? To try to convince you to like me, right? So therefore, I'm in tit for tat mode against my ex in the similar fashion Martell was. And so therefore, I'm going to now, go this route and present this, ABUSE to you guys to let you guys know what's up. And then I'm going to get sympathy. Then you guys are going to feel sorry for me. But the thing is, you don't give us any information. You just say you're a survivor. You're not going to give up. You're not going to stop now. But here's the thing. We don't have any other information. Okay, you're a survivor. Okay, what happened? What is an example? What did your ex-husband allegedly do? Right? But just saying you're a survivor, where are you supposed to go with that? Coming from somebody who has literally supported other ABUSERs in your personal life and didn't give a crap about the way that they were treating their wives and girlfriends. But now you want to feel a certain type of way if people don't feel sorry for you, if people feel that you're lying or feel that you've told so many lies in the past, that how are they supposed to just drop all of that and just say, oh my gosh, we can't believe this. We're here to support you and all these things. Again, I don't want anything bad to happen to Destiny, right? Don't wish any harm on her, right? But I just want you to keep it 100. I just want you to keep it a buck. That you have not been forthcoming with the people, and now every time a new podcast comes up, there's a new story coming out about you, a new allegation coming out about you, and it is nowhere to be found on the show. And even when people press you in these interviews for more details, for more information, you give them absolutely nothing. So again, what am I supposed to do with this, you guys? How can I give an assessment on something I have no information about or no details about? Can you make it make sense? And it has nothing to do with support for Mel or being a millimeter or anything. It's just point blank period. There are issues with Destiny being consistent in her stories. So there's that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.